Pericare. I'll demonstrate these together pretty much. All the steps leading up to the male genitalia, all the steps leading up to the female genitalia is the same. So once we get to the genitals, I'll do male, and then we'll go to the female. And then all the finishing steps for male and female are going to be the same after we're done with the genitals on the front. Knock, introduce self, come in, wash hands, put gloves on. We come over here, lock our bed, pull our privacy curtain. We can come over here and we can set up our barrier to lay out the plethora of supplies. Going to ask for his name. Can I have your name, please? He says it is Chip. It is indeed Chip. Chip, I am here to provide some perineal care for you. Is that all right? If you're able to participate, that would be great. He says now is a good time. I'm going to raise him up to a proper working height. And the head of the bed will go to a flat position. And then one of the first things we're going to want to do is take a bath blanket and put that over him. Bath blanket over him for privacy, and also because we're going to be working with water, stuff like that. Chip, can you hold on to that, or we can tuck that underneath of his shoulders. Pull this down without exposing him. Fan fold these down to the bottom of the bed. We're going to check here to make sure that we have a pad. We do have an incontinence pad. If not, I brought one in that I could place underneath him before we get started. We could also, for some additional coverage underneath of him, we could place a towel down here between his legs to catch any additional water, just so we potentially don't have to change the pad. Now we're going to ask him or assist him in putting his legs up. He puts his legs up, he or she. We take these and kind of do this. We're pulling this back, covering up as much as we're able to of the body, only exposing the area that we're going to be working with. Okay, we're in good shape here. We're now, we can do this really at any point, but we need to check our water temp. We've got our bath thermometer here. We're going to check our water temp, make sure it's between 105 and 110. We check it is indeed between 105 and 110. We check it with the back of our wrist, and we're going to have Chip check it, and he says that feels great. Done with that. Now we're ready to get started on the actual washing, rinsing, and drying. I'll have the penis up here for demo purposes, of course. We've got this is going to be on our overbed table on a barrier, and we're getting ready to get started here. On the male, we're going to get ready to get started here. We've got water 105 to 110. There's no soap in here. We place our towel in there, apply soap, and we do one circular motion around the meatus. We're going to discard that into the soiled linens. We're going to grab a new one. We're going to put it in here, just putting water on there. We're now rinsing off the meatus. Toss that. New one out here, just drying the meatus. Discard that. New washcloth, place in here. Water, apply soap. If he's uncircumcised, at this point we can pull back the foreskin. And if not, we're just going to go ahead and proceed, and we're going to do one circular motion here, getting the first inch or so. We're going to switch areas of our washcloth here. So you can rotate clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever method you want. And we're going to move down, circular motion around the next inch or so there. Continue to rotate. And we're going to go down one last section there around the base. So we're working from the tip to the base. We have washed everything. We can discard of that. We're going to grab a new one. We're going to rinse now, just applying water. One circular motion there, switching. New section of our washcloth, switching. Third section of our washcloth. Circular motions, working our way down. We can discard that. We're going to grab a dry one, and we're going to dry those same areas. Same technique. One, switching, 2, switching, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's been washed, it's been rinsed, and it's been dried. At this point, if he was uncircumcised, we can pull the foreskin back. We're going to continue on, and we're going to go to the scrotum. Water, soap. We're going to wash the scrotum, discard that, grab a new one, just water. We're rinsing the scrotum. New one, we're patting dry the scrotum. Okay, so we've washed everything here, wash, rinse, dry everything here, wash, rinse, dry everything here. Now we're going to proceed on outwards. Always working from medial to lateral, usually from top to bottom. Water, soap, we're going to use all 4 sections of this washcloth. We're going to start here and work our way down here, working our way down. Switching sections, working our way down on the other side. Moving our way to the 3rd section. Now we're going to start up here on the mons pubis, which is up here. Extend down here through the thigh crease. We have one other section. We're going to start on the mons pubis. That's this area up above, over here, down through the thigh crease. We've washed all those areas. Now we're going to rinse all those areas. Water, no soap, same area. 1, 2, 3rd section over here. 4th section, mons pubis, down. Dry those same areas. Dry, new section, dry, new section, dry, 4th section, dry. Everything's been washed, rinsed, and dried here. At this point, if we were continuing on just with male, we would proceed to go to the backside. We're going to switch over to the female at this point. We're going to take water, apply soap, and we're going to start in the same areas we did on the male. We're going to start with the meatus, which is the opening of the urinary tract system. Throw that to the side. We're going to rinse it with just water. Throw that to the side, and we're going to dry that. We've washed, rinsed, and dried the meatus. Now we're working to the labia. Water, apply soap. We're going to use all 4 sections this time, working our way down. There's one on the inner labia on the one side. Switching areas of the cloth, working from top to bottom. Inner labia on the other side. We have a 3rd section. We can go on the outer labia here. And our last section, we can go from outer labia down. We've washed all those areas in to in, out to out. We're going to rinse them. We're going to apply water inside on the one, inside on the other, 3rd section, outside, 4th section, outside over here. Just telling our tester that we're switching out sections each time we move to a different area. And we're going to dry those areas. Pat dry on the inside, pat dry on the inside, switching areas, pat dry over here, and pat dry over here, getting on the labia majora, I believe, on the outside there. Okay, now we have those same 4 areas that we finished up with the male just a minute ago. Water, soap, 1, 2, mons pubis, thigh crease would be number 3, mons pubis and thigh crease number 4. Rinsing those areas, just water, rinse 1, rinse 2, rinse 3, rinse 4. Dry those same areas. Dry, dry, 3 over here, 4 over here. Washed, rinsed, and dried this whole area. Did the same thing for the male. We're now ready to turn them, but before we turn them, we're going to take our gloves off, sanitize our hands, put new gloves on, chip or chip-et. We're getting ready to turn you to the side. We need to finish up with the back side. Leave that towel there, pull these down, take the legs, actually move in closer to us first. 1, 2, and 3, move in closer. Leg across, arms across the chest. Side rail up on that side. Chip or chipette. On the count of 3, we're going to turn you using proper body mechanics. Side rail up. Go ahead and assist by grabbing on that as we turn you. 1, 2, and 3, and we turn him to the side. Stay there for just a minute. We are going to take care of this back side of yours, only exposing the area that we're working with here. And now we're going to wash, rinse, and dry the back side. Water, apply soap, and we're making sure when we get back here, the biggest thing here is that we're working from down to up. We can't be working this direction. We're gonna start here. We'd probably start on the top cheek here. We're gonna work our way up, washing up, just one swipe. Switch to our second area up the middle, and our third area down here. We've washed that going in the proper direction. We're going to just put water on 1, 2, and our third section there. We've rinsed the butt, and we will dry the butt. 1, 2, and 3. Washed, rinsed, and dried everything on the front for chip or chipette. Washed, rinsed, and dried everything on the back side here. At this point, we can take our towel, our additional towel that we placed there, discard of that. Hopefully that was enough to keep the pad from getting soaked or anything on it. Check this. If it's dry and wrinkle-free, we can leave that in place there. If not, and it's dirty, we would have to remove that. Gloves off, sanitize new gloves. Place a new pad underneath them. We're clean, we're ready to bring Chip back. We turn him back into a supine position here. We're going to center them back in the middle of the bed. Most all this stuff is gone. We're on our overbed table. At this point, we are going to take his sheets, put them back over him. Chip, can you hold on to those? It says he can. Pull bath blanket down. Roll inwards. Discard in the soils. So your hands are still, the gloves are still clean. At this point, we can finish up. Everything below him's dry, wrinkle-free, and in good shape here. He's cleaned all up. Chip, we're gonna lower you back down to the lowest position. We're gonna bring the head of the bed up so you can do what you want to do. There's your call light back to you. Anything else you need? He says he's fine. I'm gonna gather up my supplies here. Roll this inwards. Sanitize underneath there. I'm gonna lock here. Make sure we're still locked. Open the privacy curtain. Come in here, discard anything. Soiled linens, all get discarded. Put that stuff away. Rinse, sanitize, put it away. Gloves off, wash my hands. Out the door, report, record.